Bethany and her unicorn are trapped in an infinite loop, running around in a circular track in the same direction until they meet, at which point they are freed. The track has a diameter of 50 meters, while her unicorn travels 2 meters per second faster than her. To the nearest whole number, for how many seconds do they run? Really fun setup for the word problem. Although, to be honest, they don't run for that long, considering that each of these answers is, you know, like at most they would be running 51 seconds and then they would be freed from this infinite loop. So it's not too bad. So there are a lot of parts to this question. The first part is to make sense of this circular track with the diameter of 50 meters. We first want to figure out the circumference of this track. And that's because that's the part that they're running around. So they're running around the circular track, and we know it's a circle with a diameter of 50 meters. So let me just write that here really quickly. So you guys might already know this, but there is an equation for the circumference of a circle, and that will be equal to 2 times pi times the radius of the circle. And another way to write this is pi times the diameter. So we already know the diameter, which is 50. So because of that, we can write that the circumference, which is the distance around the edge of the circle, is going to be 50 pi. And pi in this case is a constant. It's a number, very famous number. It's an infinite decimal, but the first few digits is 3.14. So we can just write that off to the side. It's roughly equal to 50 times 3.14. Now, let's take a look at the other parts of the problem. So Bethany and her unicorn are at opposite points in the circular track. Is that right? I believe so. So they first begin in the same direction, at which point they are freed. And I believe in the question, there was something that said that they began at opposite points of the track. Yeah, they start on opposite sides of the circle. I think I forgot to write that part in here. So they start at opposite points. We have Bethany and we have the unicorn. Now, the tricky part is we know that Bethany runs at, I also forgot to write this part. Bethany travels at a speed of 6 meters per second, and her unicorn travels 2 meters per second faster than her. So the fact that her unicorn travels 2 meters per second faster than her is the important part. And that means that it doesn't really matter how fast that Bethany goes, but we know that every second, her unicorn is going to catch up an extra 2 meters per second. So 1 second, the unicorn will now be 2 meters closer, and another second, the unicorn will be another 2 meters closer to Bethany. So how many seconds will it take until the unicorn has traveled this entire length, which is halfway around the circle? So halfway around the circle is going to be half of the circumference, which is 25 pi. And because the unicorn travels at 2 meters per second, I'm going to divide this by 2 to get the amount of seconds it will take, which is 12.5 times pi. So we want to find the nearest whole number for this. And in order to calculate this, I need to first substitute out pi. And I told you before that pi is roughly equal to 3.14. Now, once you do this calculation, you will find that this number is about 39.25. And so if you round to the nearest whole number, that will then get you 39. So it will take about 39 seconds for them to get out of this infinite time loop. And that's the answer.
Hey, this is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.